The head of the Portland Association of Teachers, Suzanne Cohen, told the Portland Tribune she isn't sure Portland Public Schools should continue employing school resource officers, or the SROs. She said schools shouldn't look like prisons. They should be welcoming places, especially to communities of color that have had bad experiences with law enforcement. And she goes on to say SROs participate in a school-to-prison pipeline that sends a disproportionate number of students of color into the criminal justice system. As a school resource officer yourself, Officer Richardson, how do you respond to that?
I couldn't disagree more with that. We use primarily restorative justice in schools. And one thing that I worry a lot of times is that if you just have a normal patrol officer that shows up to a school, I mean, they use probable cause, 51%, if they believe somebody committed a crime to make an arrest. Whereas us in the school, we're looking at restorative justice. We're doing everything that we can to resolve that without a police report and getting that kid involved in the system, with apology letters, with victim offender mediation. And it actually holds kids accountable for what they do because they have to look that victim in the face. They have to, the way the current criminal justice system works is that we separate people and they're not involved. And the restorative justice is going on in the school. That's why I'm a school resource officer, is because restorative justice has been my passion. I think that's part of the reason they picked me for it. It's phenomenal. I use it all the time. And there's a lot of parents in my schools that if you talk to them, I think that they would tell you they're extremely happy with the service they were provided, because the stuff that happened when I was in high school, when I was a kid, I was on probation when I was a kid. I was part of a restorative justice program where I had to write an apology letter, and it was extremely difficult to actually look that kid in the eye and talk to him, but it worked, and I know it works. And I really think it's the opposite. I think if you have normal patrol officers that are responding to calls, they're so busy and they're going emergency to emergency to emergency that they have to make a decision there. Was there probable cause to arrest this kid? And they're going to bring him over there. We're looking at every way that we can to keep that kid out of the system. So for the people that feel that way, I wish they would come to a ride along with us one day and actually see what we do, because the perception out there, it couldn't be more wrong.
Well, there's the invitation for people to come along and see what you do.